Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for this video. And this just in, Jeff Driskel is signing a one-year deal worth up to $2.5 million to be with the Houston Texans. And he gets a nice $250,000 signing bonus with a $1 million base salary, and $500,000 of it is guaranteed. And then there's $500,000 in per game roster bonuses and $750,000 in reachable playtime incentives. Should he actually reach whatever those incentives are in terms of time on the field, he would earn an additional $750,000. That is extremely good, especially for a quarterback that's going to come in and be the backup. I mean, even if, well, it's looking like, to be honest, that Deshaun Watson, he's most likely not going to be able to suit up this season just because I don't think all the legal issues are going to play out prior to the end of the season. So it's just looking like he's not going to be out there. And the Houston Texans have by no means been waiting on him in terms of their decision. They brought in a lot of quarterbacks here. You know, the quarterback room is going to be very crowded. I mean, obviously, Tyrod Taylor, he's going to have every opportunity to go out there and win that job. They did trade for Ryan Finley earlier in the offseason from Cincinnati, and they also drafted Davis Mills as well. So they already have some quarterbacks there. Now you throw Jeff Driskel in there, and he's no stranger to competition. I mean, last year with the Broncos, you know, being behind Drew Lock, obviously, and so that situation down there in Denver. And so, yeah, he's definitely coming to an opportunity to where the Houston Texans, they're pretty much open to see who wants this spot, you know, that especially if Watson's not available, which is looking like he's not going to be. And then not to mention Watson does not necessarily want to be there anyways. So, yeah, Houston's better off looking to see what they can potentially get, you know, moving forward afterwards. And so Driskel, he's been in the league ever since he came from the University of Florida, going back to 2018 where he was a sixth-round pick by the San Francisco 49ers in the 2016 NFL draft, actually, but he would not get into a game until you reached 2018 with the Cincinnati Bengals. And there he actually suited up for 9 games, got to start 5 games in 2018, went 1-4 as a starter, threw 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, about 60% completion. And so that was perhaps his best year statistically speaking. In the following year, in 2019, with the Detroit Lions, he would start all 3 games in which he suited up for, 0-3 as a starter, 59% completion, 685 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And then this past season, 2020, with the Broncos, he got to suit up for 3 games, only started 1 game for them, but was 0-1 as a starter, went 35 for 64 for 55% completion, 432 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So, yeah, with that being said, throughout his entire career, the thing that stands out the most is that in terms of wins and losses, he's 1-8 as a starter. But with that being said, though, he does bring some experience, you know, about 2,100 yards passing, about a career 59% completion passer, as well as 13 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. And so just another experienced quarterback. I did hear some things. I'm not sure how true this is in terms of Jarrett Stidham being someone at the Houston Texans at least look to see what the trade value would be like. But the fact that they brought in Jeff Driskel tells me that they probably don't want to give up anything for Jarrett Stidham when they can just pick up Jeff Driskel and, you know, see what he's got. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But obviously, this is an opportunity for Jeff to go somewhere and compete. And that's honestly all that you can hope for as a quarterback, to go somewhere where you can go and compete. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to drop, you can be sure to find it here. So thanks again for watching, and see you guys next time.